Hey everybody, it's Christine Bertram, and I'm coming to you live from the Hive here on Wednesday, May 3rd for our Share a Recipe, Create a Card, and Inspire Others card class. We are now connected to YouTube, and we should be good to go again. I realized after talking for 3 minutes that there were no comments. Well, there were comments, but my video wasn't showing, and it said that the broadcast wasn't working. So I have no idea. I can't tell you, but I'm live now. So it took me, I was talking for about 2 minutes and 41 seconds before I realized, I'm like, well, why hasn't it popped up yet? And why does it not show connected to YouTube? Anyways, we're here. Hi, Susan Bellamy. There were a few of you that I was able to message and say that we're gonna end it and come back. I don't know, minor hiccup, but it should be okay now. We are here for the share a recipe, create a card, and inspire others, you guys. This is our ad hoc class that came to fruition in the new year because I ended up with a whole bunch of extra recipe cards from a recipe binder I bought. Hi, Debbie Gast. And so this is our third round of this. Well, we're starting our third round. Miss Mary Lemke and then Miss Sandy Wicklander were our first guineas. And now Millie Kindle has shared a recipe card with me, and we're going to be making her recipe. And I studied it. Hi, Sandy. I studied it this morning, worked on it in my head, tried to figure out what kind of a card we might be making. I kind of read through it and visualized it. It was really weird. When I read a normal recipe when I'm baking, I don't think that way. But while I was reading her notes, I was thinking about what this card is going to look like, because then I thought, well, what kind of a stamp set am I going to use? And what am I like? And so I was running around like a little chicken with my head cut off for about 10 minutes. Like, what am I going to use? What should I bring out? What should I pull over here? Oh my goodness. I kind of get the dose of what you guys might feel like when you get clue number 1 for mystery card night from me. So I do the mystery card night with you guys. Kelly's actually going to be doing it later this month in May when I'm on my trip to Norway and Ireland. So Itchy Nose, you guys, I have been up. You're not going to believe it, but I have been up. This is 2 mornings in a row. Yesterday I was up at 4:30 and I worked on all of my orders from the new catalog, you guys. It launched yesterday, finally, yay. So I literally sat at the computer from 4:30 yesterday till about 7 o'clock. I did get up to go to the bathroom and to eat. I did give Tigger some love. I did check the fire because it is colder here again. But throughout the day, you guys, I got all of the orders that I needed to get in placed. Hi, Hildenel. So I got the In Color clubs ordered that are for May. I got the product shares ordered. I got the DSP samplers ordered, you guys. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. There are a lot of people who want this annual catalog DSP sampler. I'm planning for 72 and 66 are already signed up. Wow. That means that I have 6 more that are pending that could go to somebody. This is where you get the sheet of white cardstock with the name of the designer paper at the top and then the color swatches on the side. And then I cut the DSP, and my Aunt Karen Kelly's mom, helps me get the little color swatches prepared. Hi, Penny Powell. Hi, Feline Mays. And then you guys glue it together. It's a big one. The annual catalog is 17 pages for me for printing, and it's going to be a little thick unit of paper. My brother comes down next week, Friday, and we are going to, I guess you could say, mass produce these kits for you guys. But again, wow, I had to purchase a lot of designer series paper. I realized that it's a lot, and a lot of white cardstock, you guys. I thought ahead, and if you heard my live when we had free shipping day, I told you guys what I bought for free shipping day. I bought all the white cardstock that I need to kit up this class. It's not a class per se. It's a thing because I don't teach a class for it. You guys get the pictures of how to put it together. But wow, hi Sherry Everett. Hi Millie Kindle. So yes, so yesterday was a busy day getting orders in, and I will honestly say that I felt relieved at the end of the day when I went into my inbox, and I think I replied to everybody that has sent me an email. I think if you're still waiting for an email from me, now you got to let me know, because I looked back and I thought I was only about a week behind, but I had, I like, not everything was behind, but if I don't always have to take action on something, an email might sit, because if I have to sign something up for a class or respond to somebody who placed an order for something, hi Darrell, I tend to let some other emails sit. And then what happens is, like, free shipping happened. And then we kitted up a lot of classes the last half of April. And then we had the last week with the MS benefit, you guys, 2 full days were with working with my team here. Like, so I wasn't in and out of emails very much last week. And I went into the weekend overwhelmed because of all the emails that I had pending. And I took Monday and yesterday to get caught up, and I feel like the weight is off the shoulders. So now is the time, if anybody's watching this and they think that they might be wanting an answer for something, like, now remind me, please. Hi, Brenda Lovelace. Hi, Honeybee from Central Florida. I don't remember your first name, Honeybee, but I see Honeybee, and it always reminds me of my little honeybee. So Bootsy, Tigger's mom, had babies on Good Friday, or like the day before, which we would probably call Holy Thursday. I grew up calling it that. So we have babies. There's 4 of them. We thought that they weren't born, but my mom found them a week later. And so I haven't went out to my parents' farm to go see them yet. I have been dying to get out to see. My mom says there's a Honey Bee 2.0. And also Deb Norman's friend Katie has a little kitten. And I'm like, Tyler, we might end up with 2 little kittens. And so Tigger might have 2 little sisters. It just depends, right? It's still a long ways off before we would bring a kitten home, because we have to get through the whole month of May yet. Tashana, okay. I know, I remember that now. I'm gonna write that down so I remember that the next time. I hadn't seen you on a live here in a little while. I don't think you missed your last job at all, Hildy. No, not at all. And that comes up. Hi, Linda Hunt. Hi, Veronica. That comes up a little bit. People say, well, how did you have a full-time job and do this? And I'm like, I don't know. Less sleep and less time with Tyler. That's what I can say. And also, I have grown in the last year a lot. So you guys are liking what we're doing, and that is a sign that you're showing support by taking classes and placing orders, and we really truly appreciate all of it. So Penny has 3 litters, 1 more on the way. Wow. It is that time of the year, you guys. The kittens are born in the spring because they have nothing else to do all winter, right? But have fun. So we're having this is our card class that I don't have anything really, like, I have thoughts in my head, but I don't have anything plan per se. Like, I don't have paper cut, I don't have anything in die cut. I have my machine behind me. so Millie's gonna have a surprise for us, you guys. She's got a beautiful fun fold. I would say it's a fun fold because there is a folding mechanism on it. I read through it like 3 times, and I formulated what I think will work in my head. I just don't know what I've picked out for colors. I haven't picked out anything, and I'll tell you, I was torn between 3 sets of, like, I'm like 2 inches or less. So, and we'll go through this because I think what we're gonna do is we'll read through her recipe and kind of try to talk about what I think it's gonna be. And this was awesome because you guys help me and you kind of give me your guidance and input on what you think should be on here, which is cool. You are about, for those just tuning in that don't know this, you might be about 20 seconds to 30 seconds to 10 seconds behind me. So one of the things I always try to remind people to do is tell me what you're talking about when you send me a comment, if it needs me to, like, understand it, because sometimes I'm on to 3 thoughts down further that it's like, what was I talking about? So it makes me think then. So, but exciting stuff, you guys. Yesterday the catalog launched, and before we get into what we're gonna be making, I want to show it to you because I can now show you the inside of the catalog. Hi Carmen Melendez. There's one thing that I did not get done before this new catalog launched, and you guys, and I feel bad, but I can't feel bad because I gave a list, but I normally do a walkthrough, and I did get the little mini catalog done, and I didn't get much feedback, and I guess I don't know, did people benefit from doing that walkthrough? And maybe other demonstrators do the walkthrough that maybe you saw somebody else do it. So I thought, I'm going to rely on, hopefully, that you guys knew what was going on with the last chance, and that my list and maybe seeing other demonstrators do a walkthrough might help. So that's the one thing I do feel bad. I didn't get to walk through this catalog with you guys before and tell you, well, what's on sale and what isn't. So I can officially cross this one off the list, and instead of crossing it, I'm going to put an X, and meaning I didn't do it. So I think otherwise I did pretty good with rolling into this new catalog. And this is what it looks like, you guys. It's I will honestly say I like this better. The flowers on the back really tripped my trigger more than the pastel. This reminds me of stuff out of the 80s, which, you know what? I like the 80s. It's my favorite type of music. It was a product of the 80s. So, but it's very pastel-y, the cover. But you guys, I can finally show you the inside of this, which is awesome. So there's, in my mind, I'm actually a little bit happy that a lot of, I feel like sets carried over from the, like this carried over, no, that didn't. But like Sentimental Park and Petal Park, there was things that definitely carried over. The Something Fancy carried over. There's new things, and then there's carryover things. What they did, though, is that major overhaul of colors. So they brought back some returning favorites, like Blueberry Bushel and Pretty Peacock. People were ham for those colors way back in the day. Misty Moonlight, those three colors were hotcakes. Berry Burst was another one, and then they came out with some new ones like Lemon Lolly and Azure Afternoon. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I was like, well, what am I going to work on with you guys today? And I thought to myself, well, why not bring some of the new colors in? And so they have a whole new set of 5 new ink colors, you guys. The Copper Clay, Wild Wheat, Boho Blue, Moody Mauve, Pebble Path. The more I say them out loud, the more I will commit them to memory. So they have all that. And with those, they came out with pretty new ribbons that complement them. And then they came out with new blends for coloring. So lots of different new blends are in store for you guys to add to your collection. The ink pads I'm like, I better bring these all down here because I don't know what we're going to be working with. So we've got so Pecan Pie, I like it. That's the new brown. They took out Soft Suede and they brought in Pecan Pie. Lemon Lolly is a new lighter yellow. Copper Clay, Boho, Azure is new. The ink colors are these 3 right here. I'm getting a lot of mixed reviews on the Wild Wheat, you guys. I'll be honest, I grew up on a farm. It looks like calf poop to me. But when you start creating with it, I feel like it complements a lot of different colors. And when I think 2 people have now said that wait till the fall. They cannot wait till the fall to see the pretty leaves and fall cards that are made with Wild Wheat. So don't dismiss it. Like I was like, oh man, what am I gonna do with that? I almost dismissed it myself, and then you gotta show you guys how to work with these new colors. So with that being said, let's pull. Oh, and I wanted to remind you guys too. I had my box class. I love that they carried over quite a. Yes, exactly, Sherry. I was more than okay with that. It's a little bit better for my bank account. So you guys, just to remind you, I did this box class on Monday at 1. I got a little teary-eyed in the beginning. I was overwhelmed from the weekend and being backlogged, and we started talking about Naughty Nancy, and so I did get teary-eyed, but it was a good class, you guys. If you want to see how to make these little boxes, watch that video. I also have a few sets of this class left yet, in case anybody would like to get it. Just reach out to me. The other thing, too, before we get going, because I might forget to do it later, I just want to remind everybody what we've got coming up the rest of this week. So today is Wednesday, which means the monthly class is tomorrow. All right. This is May's a little squishy, right? Because I'm gone at the end. So May monthly class was moved up a week. So we have this coming week. Like I have a class tonight, tomorrow night, and then Saturday. My club is on Monday. And then come Monday, it'll be all right. Come Monday, we'll be holding you tight, like Jimmy Buffett would say. This is Monday at 1 is the Let's Just Stamp with the Pansies. This is like a little sample of how you're going to do your stamping. These kits have been mailed out already. So this is Monday at 1, you guys. I have about like 8 to 9 to 10. I can't remember to 10 of this left of this one. I think I have the same left for this one. And then next week, what we're kitting up tomorrow is for next week is the Country in Sweets class. And I think about 10 or 12. You guys, I did pretty good on my forecast. I still have plenty left of each one of these classes. So that's what's coming up in the next, basically, 7 days. And I think think that might be it. I already started to write the tutorial, you guys, for Let's Just Stamp. You'll be very proud of me. I am going to have it in your inboxes before Friday. I'm going to finish writing it right after this class, have Karen proofread it, and hopefully email it to you tomorrow. That is my goal. So, all right. I wasn't sure about stuff, you guys, so I brought a lot. I brought the daisy paper. Well, I guess apparently all I brought was the daisy paper, and I brought some in-color paper. So we aren't going to worry about paper at the moment. We're going to worry about reading the instructions on the pin pad. No, on the recipe card. All your box cards are done. You have to finish you have to finish decorating them. Perfect. Hi, Jean Maxwell from Arizona. All right, so you guys, I'm going to hold this there because with this class comes a challenge for you. It's not just about Millie sharing a card recipe with us today and then me making the card. I want and she wants to inspire you by her recipe. And so we challenge you to go ahead and make this card with your own twist. That's the word I was looking for. Do you have a cold? No, it's early, Deb. It's early. I am not a morning person. And so every morning when I wake up, it takes me hours to get awake. I was talking, so you guys, and literally I've been up since 6:30 this morning. I took Cheryl Taylor back to the airport, so I had to run her up to Appleton Airport. She's flying back to Florida. So Cheryl has been with me, staying with me since last week, Tuesday. So it was 7 solid days. And I got up this morning to take her to the airport. And so I thought, wow, like I'll be a lot more awake for a 10 o'clock class if I've been awake since 6:30. Because normally I wake up at 8 or 8:30, you guys, because I usually work until midnight or 1 o'clock, right? Or I'm usually up working on things or spending time with Tyler. And so I thought to myself, well, am I going to be more awake for this? And I'm not. Even though I got up earlier, I'm even not any more awake. It usually takes me a little bit to wake up, you guys. And I think it's usually about noon. I wait till noon to have coffee. I'm doing a shake program thing, and I have a shake in the morning. And then I don't like to drink coffee just by having the shake. Otherwise, it makes my guts not good, right? Hi, Deb Norman. Hi, Ed. And so I wait till noon to have coffee when I've actually eaten something. So long story short, no, Debbie, I don't have a cold. I just sound like I'm waking up, I guess is what I would say. It's my morning voice. And normally I get the frog in the morning. My mom says, you take after your father. He has that all the time and he gets it from his mom. So you get it from your grandma. And so, you got to blame it on somebody in the family, right? So I'm very happy I don't have the frog at the moment, but I do get the frog. All right, so she's got in here prep time 30 minutes and cook time an hour, which is awesome. So I'm like, okay, well, it's going to take us about that time to talk through things, and then we'll make the card. And I want to say I need a nap. Instead, you need a nap. Yes, I need a nap. Exactly. It has been... I think everybody's telling me, wait till you get on that airplane and then you're going to be able to relax. And I'm like, yep, there's a lot that needs to get done between now and May 18th. All good stuff, though, you guys. Nothing that I wouldn't love to do. All right, so let's look at this. I'm going to read to you the measurements. Oh, so I was saying to you guys, this is where we want you to make a card. And then after I'm done with class, I'm going to go into Facebook and I will share a little graphic, just like we do for Mystery Night, asking you guys to share your card, and then you'll have till next week Wednesday. Oh, yeah, till next week Wednesday, the 10th, and we'll do the drawing on the 11th. So, very good. I know this is small for you guys to see, but I'm hoping that and you guys can take a screenshot of this. You could always take your fingers and then make it bigger. All right, but let's talk through what we need and talk through what I think this card is going to look like in my head. So it's a 4 1/4 by 11 white cardstock, scoring at 5.5, right? So you have your hot dog style, right? At this moment, we don't know if it's vertical or horizontal. We need 2 pieces of a cardstock mat in probably a color, 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm assuming 1 for the inside, 1 for the outside. And then we need, I'm going to go over here because this is the sizing that makes sense to me, 1 3 13/16 by 5 1/16 DSP. So you guys, this is where if you do not like 16ths, you either go down or you go up. So you would go to 3 3/4 or 3 7/8. But if you do 3 3/4, you need to do 5. And if you do 3 7/8, you should do 5 1/8. And you're going to do that also for some white cardstock. So it looks to me like in my head, we're going to have a card base, both matted the same. Well, I guess they could be different or they could be the same. A DSP is going to go on the top. and white will go on the inside for stamping on. It says here a 2-inch circle die, right? Not a punch, it says a die. So I did pull 2 sets of circle dies that I have. I've got this one, and I'm gonna measure it and see if it's close to 2 inches. And then I've got my layering circles, which I don't think that the layering circles carried over. Well, I can actually take a look. All right, so I know stylish shapes carried over, but I'm sad that the layering circles I do not think carried over. And I wonder if that is because they came out with this astronaut set called Reach for the Stars. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, doesn't it get ya? I was not so personally impressed with the set, the stamp set, or the dies. But now that I realize that the ovals and the circles are in here, I think I got to add that one to my list. Dang it, Bobby. All right. So with that being said, I don't think I'm going to use these circle dies. I think I'm going to just measure this one and make sure that it's close enough to 2 inches. I think this one right here it's 2 inches. So we're going to work with our stamps. So I think that one will work. And if I need to, I will use the layering circles. All right. So we do need a 2-inch circle die for the focal image. We need scraps of white cardstock. And then she's got everything listed, like your scissors, the like embossing die cutting machine, stamps, dimensionals, twine or ribbon, ink, glue, tear and tape. Okay, so we have an idea. Those are our pieces of cardstock. A 2-inch punch is available, but I don't know how that will work with this card. And the only reason I say that is because let's read through it, because I think we have to go through 3 layers, not just one. And I don't know if the punch will reach in far enough to get to where we need to go. So glue the DSP on the cardstock mat and then burnish the base. Okay, so far so good. You're only gluing outside of the pieces. So I think what she means is like around the edge. And then pick a focal image that fits in a 2-inch circle and place the circle die on front of the DSP and secure with washi tape and run through. And so basically we're going to take this circle, set it on the top of the card, and then we're going to cut through the DSP, the mat, and the card base. Okay, so that's why we are probably using a die. And then it says pick an image that fits on a 2-inch circle. So here's the deal, guys. I was like, what am I going to do? I really had it in my head. Hi, Karen Wetstein. I had it in my head I was going to use the daisies. I looked all over. I cannot find my daisy stamp set. So the only thing I can think of is maybe Diane Bogenhagen has it, and which I'm going to reach out to her and ask her. But I looked everywhere. I'm like, I looked in all the places where I think it should have been because I had it in my head. I was going to use this really pretty daisy paper that is available. And I was going to put a little daisy with 2 leaves in the middle. Like that's like I wanted to use either that piece right here, which is gorgeous, and bring in Pretty Peacock, or I was going to bring in this one and show you how to use the wild wheat because this is the new wild wheat color. And then I'm like, okay, all right, so not gonna work. There's another pretty pattern here that has those little white flowers on the bottom. So if you guys haven't seen it, like, as long as I've got the daisy paper here, I'm going to show you the cards real quick. Because this class is coming up then soon right after. Now, these are not done. We didn't have the jute ribbon, but you guys, I'm only showing you these because we added 16 to this class because we were already at 65 and we were planning for 72. And now like we just have to add the jute ribbon. You guys are loving the daisies in general. So crazy. Yeah, so these are the daisies. So I was gonna do something like this flower right here, but I realized now that would have been too big. But there was another smaller flower, but I can't now because of not knowing where my daisy stamp set is. So that's okay. But needless to say, you guys, I wanted to show that to you because we're kitting those up on Monday. And we have about 12, now I had 15 people sign up between Monday night and Tuesday afternoon. It blew my mind. I was like, wow. And maybe that's because I got caught up on my email. So I was like, I finally got them, registered. So it might not have happened just in 24 hours. It could have happened over the last week, but wow. Okay. So it doesn't mean we can't use this paper. I thought I was going to use this piece right here. It's like, because that looked really pretty. And I thought bringing in peacock and gold. Okay. So that's not going to work. So then I thought, you guys, this was I wonder if you guys have the same dilemma when you're figuring out mystery card night. So then I thought, okay, the monkey. I'm like, he's 2 inches. He would fit in the middle. So I like, okay. It's like focal image, a little monkey in the middle, like when you have 3 sleeping in the bed, a monkey in the middle. So I thought, well, okay, monkey in the middle, maybe. And then I found, because I just ordered yesterday, I don't have a lot except for what was from the pre-order. So then I saw the circle sayings and I thought to myself, ooh, this could work. I really wanted to do this one. But then I thought to myself, well, that one's actually like a hair over. It's just right at 2 inches. But then I thought, there's a really pretty cupcake in here with a circle that says celebrate. So my path is down these 2 right here. So this is what I'm thinking. We're gonna make it like a birthday card using this. And so let's keep going now. Oh, Penny wants to take the Daisy class. Okay, we gotta get you on the list, girlfriend. So I'll write Penny daisies. So we'll get your name on the list, okay? So I went through the process of, okay, I think I've got the stamp set picked out. So pick an image that fits in a 2-inch circle, and then you're gonna cut it, and then lift the die and remove the circles, replace the die, and run through 3 more times till white circle is cut out. So I'm thinking because it'll cut out first, the first layer, then we need to rerun it. So ultimately, I think we need to get a hole out of the middle of those 3 mats. Stamp the focal image on the white circle cardstock and color or fussy cut an image and fasten the focal image with dimensionals. It says realizing focal image will be in the cutout and area when the card is closed. Stamp a sentiment and other images, leaving the circle area blank on the inside white mat, which is 3 13/16 by 5 1/16. Glue that mat to the inside, to the inside colored cardstock mat, and then glue the inside of the base, making sure DSP and inside line up correctly. Card can go either way. So to me, that means it could go vertical or horizontal. And then it has here's where it becomes a fun fold to me. Thanks for sharing, Randy. It says fold a 1/2 inch by 1.5 white scrap in half, glue one side to the top of the back of the focal image circle and fold at the flap, and then glue the back scrap and place correctly in the circle with the card folded shut. So to me, it's like it's gonna pop, like it's gonna move through the circle. And like as I walk through this, I'm like, oh, I did a card like this, similar but different. The mechanism, and if I have a minute, I'll go grab it because I think I know where it is. Stamp the sentiment on a scrap white for the front and attach with ribbon using dimensionals attached to the card. Embellish. So, all right. So we know kind of what we're doing. I think. I do, at least. I've read through that a couple times now. You guys might not know what we're doing, but so I just got this brand new stamp set. I do have a tendency, so they've switched their stamps over the last few years that now they print the imaging onto the back of this, and then there's nothing on this. So you guys, for me, now I got a brand new stamp set. I don't know what to do with this sheet, except for I actually throw it away. If you have a purpose or a use for this, write in the comments. Let us know what you guys do with this sheet, because maybe there's a good use for it. And then the first thing I do with my photopolymer stamps, and you guys are going to get to experience this with me just because I like to do this before I even use a stamp out of a set, because otherwise it never gets done. And I know that some people don't like to put their stamps on the cases like this because sometimes they fall off after use. I personally have no problem doing this, and then I know exactly the stamps are on here, and I don't have to go through and open up that plastic every time. I just hate having to dig in plastic to get stamps out. So I do like to do this right away and put them on the inside of the case like this. If they ever start to not be sticky anymore, photopolymer stamps can be run underneath tap water and you can clean them off. So we are gonna take this last one off and call it a day. I do save these. These are the equivalent of what you could use for a shaker card if you wanted. I just wipe it off really good and get any fingerprints off of it, but it is a really thick type of window sheet. It would serve the purpose if you wanted to make some shaker cards. So I have a pack of these upstairs, like a pile, because I generally use real window sheets when I'm making shaker cards. For now, though, I'm just going to stick it in the back of this so that it's there. I will probably forget it, so I leave it hanging up just a hair here. All right, so our stamps are in order, so let's grab the two that I want to use, and happy birthday right there. What else is in here? Smile today, thinking of you, sending you a cupcake, thinking of you. Okay, let's figure, we won't know, I don't know what we're gonna do on the inside yet. We'll figure it out. I know cupcake for sure. Colors though, here guys, that's the problem here. Let's get some colors. I've got the blocks here. So the thing for putting your photopolymer stamps onto the block, they say leave them flat and then pick them up. And they should take the original shape of what the stamp is. And so here's celebrate, celebrate, go on and celebrate. Now she is saying to use white on the bottom. So I'm gonna grab thick white. Oh, you guys are gonna kill me. I have one piece of thick white here. That is not the right size. Oh my goodness. All right, so dire times call for dire measures. I guess we're gonna have to use regular white. I don't use regular white generally in any of my card making when it's the base. So I am going against all my standards here, you guys. And I know that she didn't write thick, which is fine. So I'm actually following her recipe. But I have white paper down here. I just don't have thick white paper. And I don't want to use vanilla. I could use vanilla, but let's go grab, so I have some designer paper here. I'm gonna grab it. I had it in my head that we were going to use in colors for the front DSP. So I was going to show you guys here what the patterns look like these days. So they have the in color families, they have the regular families like subtles, regals, brights, neutrals, and so the patterns look like this. There's the stripies here, and then there's hearts on one side. And then they have, the other set is with dots and stripes. And I grabbed the in color pack thinking, oh, let's use some in colors today, yay. And then now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, well, Berry Burst and Azure look really pretty together. Speaking of which, you guys want to see under the dress here? Diane, Carissa, and I had a stamping event with ourselves. We got together last Friday, and we started to plan the ink, paper, scissors for June, which is bright and beautiful. And the reason I was thinking about Azure and Berry Burst together is because these beautiful cards right here. So in a nutshell, you guys, these are not put together. They are not close to being done. They are almost done. I should say they're at like 60% out of 100, right? So we're working with the bright and beautiful. So I think I'm gonna go with this color palette. Seeing this card, like I just looked over and I saw Azure with Berry Burst, and using this stripe paper, I thought, ooh, this might be pretty. So we might go away from all of the in color together, but this is gonna be a shaker card, and it's gonna be vertical like this, and the balloons are attached. So you guys, this is what it looks like before a class is done, but in the process, this is gonna be a faker shaker, a faux shaker card. So a faker shaker card, you're gonna have all your little sequins in there. And so there's Lost Lagoon with the bubble bath. And then here is Frisia with the peacock. Another faker shaker fun fold card is gonna be here. And then the last one is not a shaker card, but it uses the stars. I'm seeing stars. So this is just a precursor to what's coming for the ink, paper, scissors for next month. These are going to be finished on Tuesday. That is our plan. We've set aside some time on Tuesday to finish them. So now that I've gotten some inspiration from over there, I think we're going to go with these two colors right here, which are Azure and Berry Burst. And we're gonna go grab that balloon paper instead. Yeah, okay, so we might not even use a thick white base. I'm thinking we might just do azure and berry. Okay, so one moment. So completely went around in circles, but I think we got it. I'm gonna do these two colors, and I'm actually, this is that DSP. So this is the balloony DSP. So for that ink, paper, scissors, you'll get one each of these patterns to make your cards. So this is the pattern that I'm gonna use right here. And look at this, that might be even 4 inches. Wonderful. Okay, so that'll be big enough. We'll use that as our front piece. Okay. See, we do good. All right, I do need white, but I think right now then I'm going to use it on the inside only. We don't need all of this jazz over here. Let's move this and this. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? To me, I think that this looks nice against the berry burst, and then the azure could be a complementary color back here, like that. So make this more bright and cheerful. We're using these awesome 2 colors together. And then I think what we'll do is do a white inside, which she has, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's grab our trimmer. So you guys, I did alter it now. This is what it's all about, you guys. And I like to share this with you guys, that they're your cards, right? So when you get kits from me and you decide you want to change them and zhuzh them up or change the layout, I have no problem with that whatsoever. I encourage the creativity, right? I never feel like I'm gonna be like, oh, that's not the right way, because there is no right way. There's just creative differences. So just know that, like that's what it's all about, is getting creative. I taught a class with kids not too long ago, like the little girls that were like 12 and 13. I'm scoring now at 5.5. The ideas that they have and their like ability to just do whatever and think outside the box and do things differently is so different than as we get older in life. We want things to be exactly like what we're looking at. So I scored that at 5.5, and that is for our card base. Then I'm gonna do 2 berry bursts, and I don't think that that is gonna work for berry bursts, so we're gonna get the other piece here. I'm happy that they brought back Berry Burst. I always have liked Berry Burst. I was very fortunate that the colors that they brought back, I had saved them. That's why I don't get it. I mean, people ask me, are you going to sell this? Are you going to sell this? And I will always generally say no. I am not planning to sell anything. I like to keep things because I'm like, when I go to look for it, then it's there. And if I sell it, I'm like, well, why don't I have it, right? And you don't always remember. I don't keep good track of like the inventory of all my stuff. And so I generally don't sell stuff. And in this case, like I held on to like, I think 5 packs of blueberry bushel paper. I had 3 packs of berry burst. I had 2 packs of Lost Lagoon. So when it came time to design, because they brought it back, I had like we were able to kit up all of Let's Just Stamp and the monthly class with bringing in new colors based off of like stuff that I had, and then stuff that I was able to get in pre-order. So I was very happy. So this one is going to be 5 1/16, and then by 3 13/16. So let's go like this. You guys, I came into this thinking I was going to be making a daisy card with you. So it's funny how we do different things. I went from a daisy card to a monkey card to a cupcake card. So I see that there is like an ombre-ishness to this. So it gets a little bit lighter and it's darker. I want the darker side. So we're gonna cut this at 5 1/16 and 3 13/16. That side is darker, so I'm gonna cut off the lighter side. So make sure to pay attention to stuff like that when you're cutting your DSP. Oh, that might look nice on the inside. We're gonna save that versus throw that away. Or this might look nice on the inside. So we're saving both of those. Okie dokie. Then we need to find a die. So what I'm imagining in my head is when she said, she made a comment about only glue the outside of the pieces, meaning glue around this because we need to pull. So I gotta think about this for a moment. So she's got a white circle. There, it's on a white circle, but I'm wondering how am I gonna get the white circle? I think I need to cut the white circle out of here. So one moment. I thought I had it in my head how this was gonna work. Pick a focal image that fits in a 2-inch circle die. Place the circle die on front of the DSP and secure with washi tape. Then run through the, okay, but she says 4 times. Lift the die and remove circles. Replace the die and run through 3 more times till white circle is cut out. Till white circle is cut out. Stamp focal image on the white circle because I need a white circle. So what's happening, I had in my head that this was going to get glued together and glued on here, but only around the edges. And then we were going to take a circle, this guy, cut it out of here, and then that would be our window that opens up to this bottom area here. And then, but the white circle, so the white circle is a movement circle. So that's where I'm wondering, like, what? So let me think about this because I wonder if it just, to get that white circle cut. Oh, I get it. I think I just put it together. I'm thinking that her base is white, right? So that's where she has a white circle. I'm going to have a blue circle. Okay, I think I got the difference here. So she has a white base because okay, so we're going to keep improvising here as we go because I can always cut a different white circle out of something else if I want to, or we'll go for it. Okay, so I'm pretty certain here this is what we're going to do. So let's I'm going to burnish this because I feel like I want to burnish it. So let's there. And then we're going to glue this around. Oh, you guys, we almost finished up the glue the other day. So, I don't know if you guys noticed it. The glue is out of stock. And then it came back and it's on low inventory again. So if you need to get some liquid glues, now would be the time to do it. Because they're available. Okay, so we're going to put glue just around the edges here. Because wherever the circle is, we don't want that to be glued, I don't think. Okay, so we're going to put a little glue like that. Put that on here. I think I love this berry burst with this azure. It's so pretty. Okay, let's get this centered good. Oh, and then I moved it. One moment, please. I want to get you nice and in the middle. Okay, so now that that's on there, we're going to do the same thing, just a little bit. So I didn't put the glue there, so we're going to do this because we could use these circles potentially for layering on the bottom. So this goes here now. And she said to use a little bit of washi tape to hold our circle down. Now, I got to figure this out. I know that I had it in my head that I was going to have a white circle, but we can always make a white circle if we need to. I want to make sure that you can see it in the middle. You can, it's the perfect size. So where this is going to die cut, you're still going to see that stuff. So I'm good with this layering or the stylish shape circle. And at the very end, what she has here is stamp a sentiment on a scrap of white and attach it to the front with ribbon. So like that's going to go along the bottom here is my guess. So let's grab out the big boss and cut our stuff. Cut our circles out of here. Oh, I got to go grab one more sheet. Hang on one moment, please. Okay, yeah, one more plate is what I meant to say. All right, so this will go underneath here. And we need to open this up so it's like this. And we'll run this through. Now, she said multiple times. So let's just see if one, white. Hang on. Why did that not want to go? You guys don't generally see me cutting on lives here. All right, there it is. It just needs to be lined up good. All right. I'm just going to go forwards and backwards with it is what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if that cuts it out. Oh, it did it. Okay. So my bottom plate is well loved. So I have to be really careful. I didn't want to keep squishing it through because it leaves a little bit of the indentation. I grabbed a brand new plate basically for the top because I didn't want it to have that all worn look on the top. Okay, so then this will go in here. Okay, I see white through the middle here. And I wondered here, we have 3 circles. The blue, a berry, a blueberry, a blue and a berry. I wondered what that would look like. Because, what I had originally thought in my head, you guys, this is weird talking through this with you. But hopefully you like it. All right, so what I had in my head was I was gonna stamp the celebrate, celebrate, so that you see it through the circle here, like that. Okay, so that fits right in there. So I was gonna stamp it right on the white. And then there's a little cupcake. The cupcake I was gonna stamp on a scrap, fussy cut it out, and then she talks about on the back here, a 1/2 inch by 1.5 inch white scrap, and to make it that the cupcake is on the mechanism. So I think that's what I'm thinking in my head. And I thought, though we have these beautiful circles here, they would look super cool in the middle as well, but I don't know how it would look to stamp the celebrate on them because that would get a little bit lost. And we need some ink, so let's grab, we need azure maybe, and berries that burst. And I hope I have berry burst. Oh man, I don't even know if I have berry burst. Thought I brought them all. The bottom one? No, it's not. Hang on. I think we definitely need berry burst. Okay, so we're gonna have to take a 10-second intermission and go grab some berry burst ink. I'm wondering what it would look like on here. And then what color should we stamp our cupcake in to color that? I'm thinking memento for that because then we can color it in. There's some new blends. There's some new blends that are azure. We could do the bottom of the cupcake, that's azure. And then we could do pink frosting. I got bubble bath there. So I wonder if that'll work. So let's just stamp this in black, memento. And grab a sheet of paper. And the piercing mat. And look at our little cuppy cake. We'll see what this looks like. Oh, that stamped really good. Normally I practice on the piece of paper the first time, but that went really good. Okay, and then I'm gonna see here. This is a bubble bath. I wonder if the dark bubble bath will look good for frosting. Hopefully good enough that you guys are gonna wanna eat it, right? Oh, it's really pink. Wow. Interesting. I didn't realize how it, so Karen Wetstein was here the other day and she said the pink is perfect pink color for a baby girl. But I don't know if it's the perfect pink color for our, wow, maybe not so much. Okay, so maybe not so much for our cuppy cake. So what we're going to do, the colors, it's nice to have colors that match, you guys. So let's put a cupcake here again. And I'm wondering, the reason I saved this strip of paper is for on the inside. I was thinking about putting a little mat down in here versus putting a cupcake. So I think we're good on the cupcake. And the blue, let's check out the blue before we make a decision on what we need to grab when I go. So I gotta go grab, I think I have berry burst markers. Oh man, that would be a good question, a berry burst blend. Berry Burst blends are, let's think here. Oh, you know what, guys? Ha ha ha. I bet you there's a color called Moody Mauve. Not Moody Mauve, haha, no. Rococo Rose. I wonder, the Rococo Rose is retired, but just for our class today. Oh, that's not gonna work so good either. Okay, let's see what Azure looks like. You guys, we're getting to try these things for the first time using new products. Yay. Okay, we're gonna color this one first. And we're gonna do half of it, and we're gonna see what the other half looks like. I think I'm going for the darker one. And you know what we can do? We can shade a little bit. So we will do the dark one. It's so nice using a brand new blend for the very first time. And no one's ever used it, and the tip is pristine. I love it. So we're going to be doing the dark and the light. There's a big enough area here that, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm coloring it like that. And you're like, well, why are you only doing it like that? Well, because I'm gonna bring in the light one, and I'm gonna try to do the rest of it in the light, and then hopefully you can see that there's a little variation that we go a little dark to light. So I'll go back over the dark, blend it into the light, just like that. Okay, so it's just a little bit lighter on the right side than it is on the other side. Okay, there are no dyes for this, so we are going to cut it. I promise I won't leave it white frosting. I mean, I don't mind white frosting. I love vanilla, but I'm thinking in my head here, oh, I just need to go get a Berry Burst ink pad is what I need to do. And we can always use a Stella pen to color it if I don't have the blends. I don't remember if I bought the blends. That's just it. I thought to myself, well, you would have the blends from 5 years ago when this color was out, or whenever this color was out last, is what I had in my head. So that's why the blends aren't with me right now. Okay, so we're gonna take our 30-second intermission, and we are going to go get the Berry Burst ink pad, because that I'm pretty certain I have in the box in my mudroom. Okay, all right. One moment, please. Let's go grab it. So I had every intention of rearranging everything so that the retired stuff is out and the current stuff is in, and we do the hokey pokey and we turn ourselves around, and I haven't had a chance. So normally, like, all my ink pads would be right to my right, and I wouldn't have them scattered in different spots. So you guys, when you get a brand new ink pad, and I wanted to show you. I did a Tip Tuesday on this a while in the past. There's stickers on the bottom in case you're new to Stampin' Up! Or you don't even know this. Maybe you have been using Stampin' Up! For a very long time and you don't know this. I generally take this off and I throw this away. I don't have a purpose for it. It's just the outside of it. But I like to pick that off first. And then there's all these colors on the bottom here. And this one says Berry Burst. So I like to put the Berry Burst on the front right here, like this. Because then when I have my storage, I can see the name like that. So, and you can pick them up until you get it put down. I always like to get it as straight as I possibly can. And then there's more here. So the one that has no name, I like to put that one. Oh, very good. Sprinkles. Good call. I like to put this one on the inside here, because then when you have the ink pad open like this, and these are all lined up next to each other, you can see the color. Okay, so that's where I put that one. And then you have 3 more. And it's Explosion de Bays and Sombre. So, and then it's something in another language. I like to use all of these, and even though I can't read them, I'm okay with that because ultimately I still have the color on the edges. And so I'll put this one on this side, and then I will put this other one on this side. Okay, so now I've got color all the way around, the stickers are off the bottom, and then I have the color on the inside. So what are we gonna do though with this color on the inside? We're gonna take an ink block, a block. So when you first open up your ink pads, they're never been opened. You might get these little white plastic chunks. I just take my finger and I pick them out so they don't end up on my stamp. So I wasn't gonna go all the way upstairs to look for a Berry Burst blend. So I thought we're gonna do 2 forms of coloring today. We're going to use the Stella pen and we're going to use the blends. So I'm gonna dip my Stella pen into my block here. I'm adding just a little bit of water because the water is going to help with the coloring. If your Stella pen is a little bit drier, it's gonna be more streaky. So I'm gonna dip in here and spread this around, and then we're going to color our frosting. Yeah, this is gonna be the perfect color because it's the right color. So in my Stella pen, it's been rehydrated already, so there is a little bit of rubbing alcohol as well. I'm dipping into the water section as well as the ink so that it's not so sharp. You just want to make sure that if you go into the ink section, just know that it might be a little, see that's what happens. You go into that little bit darker section, you're just trying to make it look even. You can use a strip from the ink pad to wrap around the, oh my goodness. That is so true. I should actually save that. I like that. Jean, I read that somewhere not too long ago. I'm gonna save this one right here. And what Jean just said is you take your, I don't have the re-inker here with me. It's in the other room, of course. But you can take this and wrap it around the top of the ink bottle so that you can see it very easily. I love it. Thank you for that, Jean. I appreciate that. I had seen that not too long ago, and I forgot about it until you just said it. So we're gonna be coloring our little cupcake top here with some pink frosting. There. In all honesty, too, like I would have normally used a StazOn ink pad, a black permanent one, if I knew I was gonna be watercoloring. I didn't know I was gonna be water kind of coloring because it's adding water. That might make your memento like streaky, but I just thought of it after the fact. So I think we're gonna like that color better. So sprinkles, definitely we could add sprinkles, is what Linda Hunt had recommended. And so I'm wondering, there's a little sprinkle stamp somewhere. I know that there is. I'm not the best at drawing sprinkles. I just practiced. I did try to practice, Linda. I did it down here. I'm like, I don't know if those are gonna look like sprinkles. All right, so that's what Tashana does with her ink pads as well. Very nice. Okay, so let's keep her moving. We have here, this is our inside. And then we were gonna stamp on, I just wanna see here. I think if I like the white better, and if we do that in blue, we're gonna stamp that in blue. And we are going to stamp right through the middle of our area here. So I'm gonna go for the glory, guys. I'm gonna just glue it all, and then I'm gonna hope and pray that I stamp it really good. And you know what the other option is? Hang on. Maybe I won't go for the glory. We're gonna just temporarily glue it down. I'm wondering here, I wanted to use this little strip. This is gonna go here. That's there. I think we're gonna cut this down just a smidgy so that it's not so much showing. We're gonna do it at 3/4 of an inch, I think. And that moved a hair on me. There. So let's just do a little bit of glue, because then, that's not gonna work either. What I'm trying to figure out is if I stamp it bad, we'll just put another piece of white paper over it. How's that sound, guys? All right, if I stamp it bad, We can always pull it off or put something right over the top of it. I'm overthinking it. So this guy's gonna go here, and then we're gonna put this one down as well. We can always just put another piece of white over the top if it stamps bad. Generally, I would say to you, do your stamping first, and then your assembly. So do as I say, not as I do. Is that what we're saying? Okay, and then we're gonna grab the piercing mat. Put this here. We are gonna practice with this one first. Last year's ice cream cone set has a sprinkle stamp in it. And what's the name of last year's, what's the name of it? I can go look up in my stamp bookcase and see if I can find it, because then I would definitely use the sprinkles. Because I don't want to try to guess, right? So that's why I'm going to stamp it right through the window here. Okay, we're going for it. Celebrate's going to be at the top. I'm going to put it right there. Let's hope, let's hope, let's hope. Okay. Good. I'm good. I can handle that. So that fit right in the middle. Whoop, whoop. Okay. All right. If we get some sprinkles here, we will stamp them on with blue, I think. That's my plan. And what our cupcake is right there. Good, I thought I lost it for a moment. So we're gonna glue this strip on the bottom here, and that's gonna go, I think I'm gonna trim it so that it is the same size as the white I was contemplating in my head. We're gonna do just like that, and put a little bit of glue. Sweet Ice Cream is the name. Thank you, Jean. See if I can go find that really quick. We'll put some sprinkles on our cone. on our frosting. All right, so this guy goes here. So the inside looks nice. I'm good with that. And then we need a little strip of paper that she said was a 1/2 inch by 1.5. So if you guys have a little trimmer like this, just know that when you butt this paper up against this inner edge, that's a 1/2 inch. And then we were gonna do by 1.5 here. And then she said to fold it in half and make a little tab like this. And yes, isn't it? Like, that's cute. I'm like, I like that. And this little tab is gonna go on here. And then what happens is it'll stay down, but then it's gonna pop up like that. That's what I think it's gonna do. So let's go grab what Jean said. All right, Anne, let's go look for Sweet Ice Cream. Very nice, very nice. This is teamwork making the dream work. All right, so let's get this one cleaned off and move this over there. Let's grab our little sprinklies. So this is how they used to come, you guys. So they would have the black on the plastic, and then this to me is a hot mess, is what this is. We gotta get that back in order. All right, we're going, oh man, we're going for sprinkles. All right, let's see what we got here. I feel like my sprinkles are gonna be bigger than what my surface area is going to be. So we are going to be doing some masking and go like this. And I might only ink up a few of them. I'm gonna ink up these 6. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, we might just have 6 sprinklies. I feel like I want one more. Of course I would. All right, so I need one more near the top. So you guys know what that means, right? We're gonna clean it. We stamp off, and now we're gonna ink up just one and put that one there. Okay, we got sprinkles. If you can see what they look like up close. We got sprinkles on our cupcake, yay. All right, life is complete with sprinkles, right? A wobbler, yes. Jean, you are correct. That it is a wobbler. All right, we're gonna finish off this wobbler and see what this does. So we're going to glue this onto our cupcake. I'm gonna put it right in the middle. And then I'm gonna put, should probably practice it. I'm gonna put this right here, right on there. And then it moved, of course, like that. And I'll put that right in the middle of our celebrate. And we just have to do a sentiment yet. And I think we are good to go. I think. You know what? So, like that's, I think it's cool. It kind of like pops up like that. All right, so we need white yet. Our sentiment is going to be happy birthday. And I'm trying to think of a creative way. Oh, there's actually a die right here. There is this one. I wonder if, perfect. So we're gonna use the white die here, or this die with the white scrap. This is part of, as long as we're with the family, of the Stylish Shapes. It's part of Stylish Shapes. And we're going to stamp that, I think, in blue. Let's see here, which one of these colors? That blue, actually, that blue ribbon, it will go very nicely. I think we're gonna still go with boho blue, the ribbon, to use a new ribbon. Let's stamp in the blue, I think. Blue azure. And grab this back out. And happy birthday. Hello Cupcake has a sprinkle. Yes, I remember the Hello Cupcake as well. And what we're gonna do is just run this through the machine as well. And cut this out. I think it needs one more go round at it. There, that's better. And then we're going to cut this out and we'll put our ribbon on. And embellish. I think that was the last thing she wrote, is to embellish. All right, so I'm just gonna do this behind here. Okay, there's that. And let's see what we can make our ribbon do. It is blue. I mean, I thought about the Rococo, or the Rococo. That is just a little bit too mauve-y for our berry, where the boho actually, I think, complements. It'll be good with the azure. And I'm thinking what I want to do. When I work with Carissa, she always says, well, ribbon is your cup of tea, or your forte. So, all right. I'm wondering if I think just a little tail like this coming out the side, but I felt like I might want like that, because then I get a little blue over there, some blue. So I think I'm gonna grab that much and put a little tear and tape on the back to adhere it. It was instinct to cut off two pieces, or rip off two pieces. And then we're gonna set this through the middle. And then we're going to pop that up with dimensionals. And I don't wanna use black ones. I wonder, oh here, look at this. I've got this from the kit class last week. I think this is perfect. We can cut one of these and put it right there. And we'll grab the other one and put it right there. Yay! That was perfect. So this came in the kit class, you guys. We did 4 lives last Friday. Oh man, I was exhausted by the end of Friday. Oh, I slept so good. Oh, we did the what's coming up, we did the raffle, we did a kit class, and we had the in color retirement class. You guys, when my dies start to get a roll to them, I don't know if you saw what I was doing. I was just kind of gently pushing it back to get it to go flat, because then when it's flat is when it sticks better on my magnet sheets. Okay, so then we're going to pick this off. Gems would make cool sprinkles. Yes, definitely agree on that. We're gonna put this right through the middle here, and I'm going to take my ribbon scissors. I'm wondering how I want to do it. I think I'm gonna go like that and like this. And gems. So I pulled the gems that we could buy in our pre-order, which you guys, these are on low inventory already. Oh my goodness. So these are part of the Daisy Suite. So that's gonna make the Daisy Suite go out of inventory once these are gone. I wondered if the blue, I think the blue will be okay. I think we'll go with the blue. I know it's boho, but our ribbon is lighter too. So look at this, there's 3 of them right here for us. Do the little and the big one up here, and then we will do like that. I haven't, Jean Maxwell. I watched the preview for it, and Tyler and I both decided, with how busy we are, we said we're gonna wait for it to come out on DVD instead of going to the theater for it, because we had gone to, oh my gosh, you guys, for date night, two Tuesdays in a row we went to the movies to go see. Tyler wanted to see his movie, and then I wanted to see my movie. So, or the movie that I had heard was good to watch. So, and so we decided, okay, we're gonna wait until we probably get back from our trip before we go. I didn't Stella anything, you guys, and so now I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna Stella the ribbon, and along the edges, I should have Stellaed the area here, because if you Stella this before, then you get Stella everywhere on your label. But I guess we're gonna go just like that. And then if you want to get creative, you could always Stella the diagonals, you know, like of your designer series paper. So something else, because people say, well, what should I Stella? Well, Stella whatever you want, right? Sweet card, get it? Ha ha, Randy, sweet card. It is sweet. Hi, Carmen Sanders. So just an update, you guys. We had the MS benefit. I just sent the email out yesterday. We raised $2,525, so $2,525, 2525. And it was amazing. Like, I was so happy we raised that much. And so I got to send a check out this week to the National MS Society. But there were a bunch of people who bought raffle tickets that aren't local. And so we were thinking about doing the shipping on Monday to get everybody their MS cards. We finished making them right on Friday or Thursday. I think we finished them because those cards get made. They're not kits. And so they were always, I was planning to mail them out Monday, but with getting some boxes ready for people, I didn't want to pull out my printer to do my printing and set it all up. And so we thought, well, we're just going to wait. My mom's coming in this afternoon after the shipment comes, you guys. So the class from Monday that we did with the boxes, the ribbon was supposed to come last Wednesday. Well, Wednesday afternoon came and the ribbon did not arrive. And I looked and I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't put it on 2-day. I didn't do 2-day shipping. And so, dang it. So I called Stampin' Up. They changed it to 2-day, paid the extra dollars, and it was supposed to be here on Monday. Well, Monday comes and it's not here. And I'm like, what happened? And I'm like, it's still in a picking status. Oh my goodness. So I called Stampin' Up and they're like, oh, so sorry. We collected your money, but the person didn't go in and change the shipment to 2-day, or the order to 2-day. So now it should be here. They did 1 day. I feel like I figured it out Monday night or Monday afternoon. So they did a 1-day shipment. It should be here today. So we're like, well, we have that class. There's like 6 people that need that class. And then there's the MS cards. I'm like, we're just going to do it all. And I have swaps that came in and that were due. So I'm like, it just needs to be Wednesday. I couldn't stop what I was doing. I was on a roll, you guys, yesterday with my emails and with the catalog launching. I just couldn't do 2 different things. I had to focus. So for those that are waiting for the MS benefit cards, I truly appreciate your patience. They will go out in the mail either today or tomorrow. It just depends if you have a class mailing out today. We thought we'd just combine it and mail it out tomorrow with your class. And if you don't have a class going out tomorrow, then it's going in the mail today. My mom is coming in. So, all right. Hi, Mary Jean Keebert. Hello. I was waiting for this bundle to arrive. Okay. So, you guys, this is what we got. That's my version of what I got from the recipe. Slightly different, I am sure, because I know I already, oh, look at the Stella. I Stellaed all of the diagonals, and so they look so cool. So I have my version, which I know is going to be probably slightly different because I did alter the base. I made my base a colored cardstock, and I know that Millie has hers white. And then I'm believing that she has a white circle that she put right here for her I'm guessing for her thing to pop up on. But I think in the end, we've got the same concept. And the only reason I would have loved to have done the blue circle in here, I think that would have been super cool. But because that celebrate fits that so nicely, I didn't think I needed it. So again, that's where you guys know, like, it's your card. Make it however you want to, right? So just get the general concept of it. And if you end up with something completely different, it's okay, as long as you're happy. All right, so do you guys want to see what Millie's card looks like? I have it right here. And then I also, she sent a second one as well. And I have that here too with a little love note. So are you guys ready? Oh, thanks, Millie. I like your card. I'm going to love your card. I know I'm going to. It's funny because it's like, I don't know. You guys, this is the whole surprise of it all. So this is where I was saying that Millie has here, she even typed up the instructions, you guys. So Millie, when your package came, I accidentally cut it like this. So, all right, so we're ready to open up Millie's cards here. So she sent 2 of them. I will admit, I tried to sneak through here and kind of take a peek and look at it. It's hard to not do that, but let's see. Are you guys ready? All right. You guys ready? Oh, I see the white base. Let's see what she used. Ah, very nice. She used Playing in the Rain. I love it. She's got Rainy Days Are Better With You, and you see how she did her ribbon a little different. She cut the puddle off and put that on the front of the card, and then opens up, and see that's where she's got her circle, the white circle. And okay, I did mine the opposite way. I have my cupcake going the other way, where she's got hers going that way, which is perfectly fine. And hi, Donna Gruski. And I love how the animal kind of pops through the window, and then when you're opening it up, it's like that. Very cool. And she's got Oh Happy Day, and she sent me 2, you guys. So there are 2 here, and let's see what the other one looks like. Hey, it's the little foxy friend. So she's got a different designer paper. She used both of the rainy ones. You guys, this paper gave me so problems. Like I tried to order 3 more packs of it like 2 weeks ago, and it was gone. So we were able to beg, borrow, and steal. No, we didn't steal. I promise we didn't steal. We just begged and borrowed. Very cool, Millie. I love your cards. Very pretty. I love how you use the critters. This is from the Playing in the Rain. You guys, that bundle didn't carry over, but the stamps and the dies carried over. So you can still get the stamps to make critters that look like this. So just another note here, you guys, if anybody still wants to take a screenshot, I'm going to take a picture of this card and front and back, and I'm going to post it in the event on my website. And I'm also going to include it in the email that I send out thanking everybody for watching the live. And again, you guys can take a picture of your card and share it when I don't know if I'm going to do it in this exact moment, but within the next hour or so, I'm going to create the graphic and have it so that you guys can start sharing your creations already. So, and that one was mine. Very cool. So Kathy Jackson, I don't know if you're watching or not, but you asked me once a while back, how do you do a card like that? And so this is going to be, I'm going to have to share this link with you so that you can watch how to do the die cutting of the multiple layers at the same time. So that's where I think, Jean Maxwell, you had mentioned about a punch. I don't know if a punch would have fit in. I know it could have gone this way, but I don't know if it would have gone in as far as we needed it to here. So, and then, yeah, very good, you guys. So we've got 3 samples for you guys to look at. And I need to call out that I don't have any recipe cards left at the moment. So if anybody needs to get theirs in, I think there are 5 people that have them pending. Make sure to get me your card so that I have one for next month. For next month, you guys, if you're ever wondering, oh, Sandy loves it. I love it. If you're wondering for next time, when our next Share, Create, Inspire card, and you guys, it is Share, Create, Inspire because you share a recipe with me, I create a card, and then we inspire others. It is the different like tagline than what Stampin' Up! Has for their motto, but I took their idea and then just switched it. Our next one, it's always the morning of the monthly class is when I have it. So you'll always get my morning voice. So Share, Create, Inspire. Oh, something went wrong. Hang on. Let's reload the page. See if I have internet out here. I should, because I've been watching with you guys. Yep, the Hive. So let's try this again. Reload the page. I'm not sure. Let's go cards by Christine. See, this is coming up. We go to events, and then June 7th is share, create, inspire. There, it popped up. So if anybody wants to get a recipe card from me, you have to fill out the form. I want to have a database, right, of who's sent in the request, and then who's, oh, Jean's is going in the mail today. Awesome. So you can click right here, and it takes you to a form, and then you just have to fill out the form here through a Google form, and I know where to mail it then, and so you promise that you're going to send the recipe card back, and then you can click here to get to my website, or to get to the YouTube video. And then here's a sample. Like, people ask, well, what do the recipe cards look like in case they want to start preparing? I have these two pictures here until I get the actual recipe card. And now then, like on the one for today, I can go in and swap out these two pictures for Millie's card recipe. Yay. Okay. So I think we did good. Hi, Carissa. She's working on her card as well. Nice. Very nice. All right, you guys. I was very excited. Like, I think the first time we did this class, it was about an hour. And then I know with Sandy's was an hour and a half. So I kind of had it in my head. It would be about an hour and a half. It all just depends on the starting up process. But you know what, Millie? You were right on. We had a half hour of prepping, and then we had an hour of creating. So your cook time and prep time was spot on too. I love it, Millie. And she put serves 1. And so she had that right on as well. I love it. So all right. Well, you guys, we did really good today. If you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help you with your crafting and creative needs. I have to kind of be more specific about that in case you call me for other problems. I can try to help, but not always as good at helping with those kind of problems. I'm here for your crafting and creating needs. All right. So class tonight at 6 for my May monthly card, peeps. Sherry's leaving for the beach today. That's no problem, Sherry. We have time. I don't need, honestly, Millie sent her card to me. I would have to say it's been 3 weeks. It's been sitting here. I looked at it this morning, and that's usually how I kind of operate. It's like a just in time. So I looked at it this morning, studied it. I read through it 3 times, and then I thought, okay, like, I think I got it. I was going to share with you guys, if you guys give me 30 seconds, I will run over and see if I can find, buzz you later. If you give me 30 seconds, you guys, if you want to leave, you can, by all means. But I have my card that I had an idea in my head what it was like. I'll flip this down so you guys can study this a little bit more. But I have 30 seconds. I'll run over and see if I can find it. And I might have taken it away already. So I took it away because that class was from the fall. It was during sale-a-bration. But I thought maybe you guys want to see little Tigger. He's been sleeping here on the chair, being a good little baby. He didn't even come and disturb us once. And he says, Mom, I'm so sleepy. Put me back on the chair. So there, now you guys got your little Tigger fix too. So yeah, the card that I was thinking of, it was from sale-a-bration, either the catalog launch party or Hoorah Rah from last year. So I put those cards are already upstairs in my collection of cards upstairs. So, all right, you guys. So I think that Tigger and I are going to get a little lunch, get your post done. Tyler forgot his lunch on the counter this morning, so I got to run over and take him some food. And then Mom and I will be working on packages this afternoon. So, all right, little boy. Yeah, he's like, Mom, let me sleep. All right, you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you. I hope you had a great time sharing, creating, and inspiring with us. We'll catch you on Thursday night for the May monthly class. About 6 o'clock, we'll be live. All right, love you a long time. I'm going to count to 10 just in case it cuts out early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.